Hello guys, welcome back. Konnichiwa. Herzlich willkommen. So my friends, update here on NIO stock. As you all know, I'm very bullish on NIO. I'm talking about this stock since a couple of months and think that we have here a potential bullish reversal which can lead into a bigger breakout or even a short squeeze. I give you now here my updated price levels. Everything what I say is based on the chart and not financial advice. Yeah guys, we can see that we now have here around 72% plus since the April shakeout here where the market decided to sell off. The bottom was in for NIO at $3.02. Is that the overall bottom, guys, or is this just another fake out and we tanked down? I give you now here the information. What of course happened is that we started to close two of the open up gaps. The first open up gap was here at $4.70, the second one at $5 and around 10 cents, and both gaps have been filled. If you have not seen my previous videos, guys, I'm talking here about breakout stocks or potential short squeeze stocks. Every week I also release a couple of short squeeze plays on Patreon. Not only my finest selection of short squeeze stocks, also if you are interested in meme stocks or other stuff, guys, everything is here available. I just released a brand new video about AMC and how a potential squeeze back to $85 could happen. If you want to see all my secret short squeeze plays and breakout stocks, then you can join us here on Patreon. The full package membership is my most popular membership, where every day new members joining in, guys. We have a very big and fast growing community. Not only you get access to my short squeeze stocks and breakout stocks, which I always select here in the market. Also, trading tutorials and a member FAQ section is available. So if you are a beginner in trading and have no idea how to start, all these information are available here as well. The link patreon.com/blackbelttrader is of course available in the video description. Yeah, guys, when we see the gap table here for NIO, then we can see that two gaps have now been closed, and the next open gaps which we have are waiting here at $5.95, $6.56, $8.95, $10, and so on. This is one of the reasons why I personally think that NIO is something like a potential squeeze play. Why? Before I show you the drawings, guys, we can see that NIO has here a very, very massive support range and price levels which can act as a squeeze trigger, short squeeze trigger. When we see what happened here back between 2019 and 2020, guys, NIO had a massive breakout as soon as certain price levels have been pierced with volume candles. And believe it or not, guys, but trading is everything based on algos, and as soon as we have support above here certain price levels, we can see a similar squeeze again. All the open gaps are just secret hints from the market makers where the price could potentially go, and NIO has a lot of them, guys. All these green lines here are open gaps to the upside, even here at $60. The all-time high was $66.99. This is not the only reason why I'm bullish on NIO. I think the chart setup and all the technical information which we have here are very in favor for a breakout or squeeze. However, guys, until we peaked here to almost $67, we not yet have here a technical breakout structure. So then let's check now the drawings and let's understand what I want to tell you by these drawings here. So what I think is that we potentially have here a breakout because this trend channel pattern here, guys, is over. So you can see that this kind of triangle or wedge pattern has built here for NIO, and NIO escaped this pattern already here since a couple of weeks. Sorry guys, I'm working here on a small screen today, so I have to zoom in and zoom out a little bit. This is where we are right now, guys. This was the wedge pattern, and you can see that NIO is trading here sideways and try to break out. The bullish algo demand zone for NIO, which means where the market makers or algos are buying, and it's confirmed once more, guys. We can see here the volume spikes in the trading view chart. If we just concentrate where the buying algos are waiting, guys, then we talk here about a price range between $4.40 and $3.30. This is not financial advice. I just give you here the price levels which I can identify by using here my chart techniques. The main support which we have right now is $3.73. That doesn't mean that we cannot go lower than that. For me as an investor, I always try to buy the dip, and that means when NIO goes below $3.73, this is for me something like a dip where I buy my shares. What we have to also understand is that we have still two open down gaps in the daily chart at $2.55 and even $1.55. That's why the market makers use these open gaps to the upside to fulfill their, let's say, fulfill their job. Yeah, the algos start to work these kind of jobs here or price targets by closing these gaps. But we still have two down gaps here, or the open gaps to the downside as well, which means that maybe this was not yet the bottom for NIO. There is always a supply and demand zone, and for me personally, I think that everything here below $3.30 is a very, very nice dip for NIO, and especially if we should come here in this landing zone between $2.66 and $2.56. This is where I think we should see a massive technical reaction. But if this was already here the bottom, so if this price level is already in, then we have to talk about the next certain squeeze trigger price level, which is $5.37, guys. Yeah, two gaps have been filled, so I will also delete this line. We don't need it anymore. This gap has been closed by this candle. This gap has been closed by this candle. This is done, which means the next squeeze trigger price level is $5.37. Why is this so important? Because NIO already had one attempt here to recover, but we have still been trapped here by this trend channel pattern. So we can see here was one major breakout attempt already here in October 2024, but we could not break these bearish algos here which waiting here along this trend line. We left now this wedge pattern, and the major squeeze level during that time was $5.37. Every time when we could hold the price above this level, we had here something like a squeeze reaction, but the market makers used here up gaps and down gaps here to force the price going down. You can see that we have a lot of volatility coming in as soon as we break $5.37. And yes, we had here one more attempt. So we can see that here in March 2025, there was one attempt to break this price level. And guess what, guys? As soon as we touched this price level here, the algos reacted with a massive sell-off. And in total, we talk here about a price drop of almost 45%. This is the reason why this is here, in my opinion, the major squeeze trigger. There is one hidden signal, guys. We have an open gap at $5.59, so be careful. Just because you see here maybe a daily candle going over $4.37, that does not mean that we immediately see a squeeze. Here was one daily candle above this price level, and immediately the market makers reacted with a sell-off. That can happen here at any time again. But if the price stays above $5.37, let's say for a couple of days, then we can talk here about a potential squeeze for NIO, and then at least what I expect is to see a price back to $7.84. The market made a correction for a couple of days, so we had a couple of red days now since almost 2 weeks, so the market pulled back. However, some big stocks like Microsoft, AMD, so they start to rip again. Meta had a big rip yesterday, so that means that now the big cap stocks are pumped again, and when this pump is finished, when they create these pump and dump for the big tech stocks, then stocks like NIO and so on will follow, guys. Yeah, this is my quick and dirty update for you on NIO stock. I hope that was helpful, guys. If you also want to learn trading, join us here on Patreon. Check out my full package membership. And if you also want to create charts like that and don't miss any trading alerts and so on, then I recommend to use here TradingView. This is what you see here in the video as well. This is the chart tool what I'm using here for chart techniques, and of course also to receive my trading alerts while I'm not in my office or traveling. Guys, that was the update. Thank you so much for your loyal support. I hope that was helpful for you. I wish you a great day and see you in the next video. Arigatou gozaimasu, vielen Dank, alles Gute und bis zum nächsten Video. Take care. Bye bye, guys.